could see you here, Shilpa. Hello, everyone. Live life with Leena. We are again on a new episode with an incredible personality. And I'm just sending the request to Shilpa is here already. Anytime she would join us. And it's such a fascinating moment for me today, connecting with her and to learn from her how to connect with an high dimensional beings. Shilpa, do you want to send me the request? I just tried sending you. Happy Navratri, happy Puja, happy Dashera to all of you coming here. Hi! Hello, Shilpa.
I was totally enjoying you dancing, so I did not send you a request. It was so amazing. Considering I started my day very early, but this time my tempo goes a little mellow. But you pepped me up, darling. You totally pepped me up.
Before getting into this session, I was having little tough energy with my daughter for some changing the energy. I was just changing the mood of this session by putting that song in.
I love what you did. I was totally loving it. So I was like, I'm not sending her a request because I will miss this moment of seeing her dance. So thank you so much for your vivacious energy. I think your name, Joy, is so bang on in your title. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It is just a small initiative that we can share the love and light to the universe. Now,
True.
Today's session, all of you who have joined us, we have got around 5 people who are there with us. Thank you so much for being here. So we have a wonderful personality with us today. Her name is Shilpa Menon, and she is a life transformational and a spiritual coach. She has been sharing her love and light to the world around with her angelic intuitive. She is a wonderful human being. I mean, I could connect with her just with few messages, and I had gone through her YouTube video. I could really feel that impact in my life when I was listening to you, Shilpa, with all your videos and all your sessions. And it was very fascinating for me to understand the entire journey of yours. So thank you so much. First of all, I really want from the bottom of my heart to thank you for accepting my offer without even knowing me. And you just told yes to come to this my session. I was with so much. I was jumping with joy. Angels connected me to you. So thank you so much. So your initial intro to all of you who are watching us today, and this video would be going even in replay and the recording. So Shilpa, just a small introduction to everyone. People who don't know you can understand you.
I have always had a pet peeve that you need to connect with me to know me. So it's so difficult for me to work with designations by and large. But if I had to, of course, I'm Shilpa Menon. That's the name given to me. But yeah, what all I do, I'm a life transformation and spiritual coach. I've written 2 books with God's grace. One of them is with angels, and one is as a coach, where I've spoken about what's your ikigai, what's your reason for living, what makes you wake up each morning. It's a very small chapter, and some of us have co-authored together, but it's a very powerful book for coaches and people who are looking at understanding their lives. So some of us 21 of us have gotten together and given some nuggets. Apart from that, what do I call myself? I call myself a smile spreader, a happiness warrior, a Buddha in the bar. I don't know if these tags will make any sense, but the simple statement is, I totally love making people's dreams come true and spreading smile everywhere. If I had to really introduce myself briefly, that's what I really
We could really feel it. I could feel your presence in this session. It's somewhat a different energy which you are giving to me, and that's truly transformational. So I love your book. I've just ordered it in Amazon. I have not yet received it. So, but the name itself, so Shilpa Menon is the author of 52 weeks of living with angels, and it is completely the story behind the 52 weeks of having a peaceful, miraculous, and healing life, which she has written down with her experiences. I just love that title of your book, Ask, Attune,
Attune,
and
align, and act.
Act. Oh
Wait, I think
my God, it was
I don't have the book next to me. Next, I'll get it later on. Sure.
awesome.
Ask, attune, align, act.
Awesome. So what is it all about? I mean, the 52 weeks of what you have written, a completely miraculous and healing journey. What is it all about in the story of the book? Because I'm still waiting to get the book in my hand.
Cool. So, a year has 52 weeks, as we all know. And so, my intention when I was writing this book, and let me tell you, I haven't written this book. This book was made to be written. So, I have literally, there was this one day I woke up, and in 48 to 72 hours, I finished the entire book because there was just this energy information that kept coming through, and the guidance that kept coming through that this is what you're going to write, this is what you're going to do. And so I would say that I was chosen to be a medium or a channel to really present this book by angels and by my master. And this book is about anyone and everyone. So, it's like how we have a first aid kit in the house. If you're unwell, take a Saridon, put a band-aid if you're hurt. Similarly, if you're talking about your journey of peace, love, and light, and totally seeking celestial or divine help, but don't know how. This is a powerful book to work with, not because I've written it, like I said, but because I know of the feedback you're receiving. Um, if you're angry with someone, you can turn on to a page, either offer a prayer or connect to an angel or do a meditation. So this book has these various tools and guided meditations and affirmations and connection. So most of my readers who have written to me have said that it's like a Bible for the day. They just open a page and work with. That's one way to work with the book. Yeah. Like oracle reading, what we do every day. The second is really because, we all of us have our own personal practices. We all have our own belief systems, our own rituals. So this book was written keeping gently introducing the concept of angels without tampering all of those rituals and practices. Let that be there and let this complement it. And that was the entire intention of writing. Yes.
So nice. So, so you just mentioned about the oracle reading, and every day morning I do follow your oracle readings, and there are few readings which are literally close to my heart, and I literally chant that every day. One of them was like, I am magic and I create miracles. And it was so touching. And I keep saying this, and I tell my daughter also, chant this often, that you are magic and you create miracles around. So that was.
Mhm.
And so I just want to understand, which is not clear to me and maybe the audiences as well. So is the tarot reading or the oracle reading and angelic reading, how does this all different? Or is this all same?
So in a way, they are all same because the foundation is same. That you're using them or working with them to get guidance. So the job of the oracle cards or angels or tarot is to help you move forward in life, to give you a pathway to kahan jana hai. So it's like a spiritual GPS,
Uh,
right?
got it.
So, but with angels are celestial beings. So when you pull out their cards, they talk to you about how much they love you, what else you need to do. Their messages are so loving and kind. And when you look at tarot is a fixed set of cards. There are fixed number of cards, okay? And when you work with them, there is a mathematical predictions around it. There is a particular symbology and significance around tarot. So that is where they differ. But if I had to look at it as a meeting point, like we say, we all coexist, right? So the meeting point is to use tarot and angels for guidance. Tarot, you do need to learn under someone and know what does it mean if this particular card shows up. What does it? What is it trying to tell me? And with angels, they're so intuitive and perceptive. You pull a card and you know what are they trying to tell you. So they are like this instant friends that you have in life. You know.
Wow. It's so fascinating, every statement of yours.
And oracle is something that we are consistently, all of us are connecting with. We just don't realize it because of the choices of words we use. But it's totally about looking around for signs and symbols, you're thinking of something and a message comes through. That is your oracle throughout the day. You don't necessarily need a tool or a card for it, but we humans have a habit of doubting our intuitions. So when we doubt our intuitions, we need something tangible, and that's when these cards starts working for us.
So I will be coming to those questions where we go a little more deeper in understanding how, I mean, what exactly you mean by reading that card, or what are angels talking to us. So I really want to go deeper in this session. But before that, I have heard that you have actually switched over from a corporate background, coming down, I mean, from a logical data points Excel world, you have come down to an imaginary high dimensional celestial beings. How that switchover happened? Because even I could relate to you. I have got 12 years of corporate experience, and now I've started this. So I mean, but getting your stand of getting into a completely opposite direction, how that happened? So a switch.
So you, sure, sure, please continue. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, Shilpa, I just want to know about your switchover journey. How does that whole thing happen from a corporate logical world to a celestial being world?
So, when I was a child, I had some magical experiences, when I was really young. And that took me to a space of belief that everything is possible and there is more to life than what meets the eyes, and there is magic. Having said that, I went through a lot of challenges later on in my year. And so that part of my life was just shut off and I'd forgotten. It was there somewhere, but life moved on. And, from being highly religious, I went to becoming an atheist. And that's like not something I've said it very loudly ever. I went through a huge phase of being an atheist to then coming into my journey of spirituality. So this was a huge transformation moment. I'll share it in a bit. So yeah, I was in corporates, but suddenly I mentioned it in my book as well. And so what got me searching? Let me go a little backwards. The whole search started was because I used to be a very, very ill child. I used to be quite unwell. So while I'm working, I would have about 15 to 20 tablets in my bag all day long from my migraine. People who've known me in my younger days have seen me wear a collar. I had spondylosis, cervical spondylosis. I went through a journey of sciatica. I had low blood pressure, so I have fainted. So I had like bundles of medicines in my bag in those years. And no matter what checkups I'm getting done, what tests I'm getting done, nothing's coming through. So this was my frustrating moment. Okay. So this was my backdrop journey happening while I was with God's grace doing very well in the corporate. So I was a trainer and I would train on technical stuff and processes. So hardcore left brain personality saying, get to the point, time management karo, don't work this way. This is how it works. But this was the time I was also asking the universe that I need to find a way out. I'm really seeking for something that can give me a sense of peace in my life. And this is when the angels entered my life and alternative healing entered my life. So I stumbled upon few books. Okay, the books first, one of the initial books that changed me was The Power of Positive Thinking, where I started working with my mindset. So instead of saying I'm always sick, I started saying I choose to be healthy. Or if I'm 1% healthier than yesterday, I started appreciating myself that thank God I just have a headache, but my hand is working, my neck is working, my body is functioning. So there was this entire shift in my glasses or the way I started looking at life. So it started with my thoughts first. Of course, it was my intention. Ask, attune, yeah, align.
So that,
This is where I started aligning. Yeah, exactly. So I wanted to share how these 4 words angels gifted me as well. So align, I started working with these affirmations. I started getting persistent. This is when I was introduced to past life and alternative healings, and I realized these simple therapies have just shifted me, and I don't need medicines anymore. Just connecting with my spirit. So I believe that this is my personal point of view, that when we are not connected to our spirit self is when we have a dis-ease in our body, because we are manifesting that as a certain illness. So it was a journey of coming back in alignment And then I had some miraculous experiences with angels at a crazy accident where I witnessed my angels. If you want, I'll share that now a little later on. And how one day I just flipped into this whole journey.
Love to hear that. I mean, your
So I'm going to be
angels.
So I'm going to be. So I believe that until my experience about 13, 14 years ago, I believed angels as anybody who's a good Samaritan. You're good to me, you're an angel.
Yeah.
Farishta. See.
I call
Um,
me angel.
yeah, your voice, I can't hear you. Sometimes your voice disappears at times. Sorry.
Is it? Am I audible?
Yeah, it's better. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's better
I
now.
just came closer.
Yeah, so I believe that angels are anybody who's nice and kind to you is an angel. And then this one day, I'm going to go quick in this that I was driving a car in the midnight. I came across a boulder with my friends at 60 kmph. I had to go over the boulder, and the car had a damage. There was a chassis which was being bent, and there was a leakage. Okay, but of course, you have a bravado face with your friends. Don't worry, kuch nahi hone wala hai. So I somehow we called some of our friends. They said we don't know what to do. There was a hazard symbol. Doing all of this, it was like late, past midnight. So we dropped them off. And then there was this passageway where I kept chanting to my master. Okay. And I kept telling, Baba, you have to help me out. I'm really scared. I think I'm going to die. You know, I don't know because I've just learned to drive and there is a huge accident. And this car doesn't belong to me. So there's this huge responsibility on my shoulder. And when I started thinking like that, I suddenly saw someone on my co-driver's seat literally from the corner of my eye. And I had goosebumps. I was like, this is very Hindi movie scene
And you
where you see God before.
alone, or there were?
Yeah, I was alone in the car. I dropped off my friends and I'm heading home now. Okay. And I'm like, Baba, I think my time is up. The car is going to blast because I just don't know. I've just learned driving and I can see the leakage. I can see the hazard symbol. I can see the tents. I was like, do something. Just make me reach home somehow. I'll fix it all tomorrow. Please, please, please. I am making this prayer that save me, save me. And I'm chanting. And I see Baba right next to me. Okay, so I'm an average commoner. To have a celestial experience or a experience like this is not something I could have digested back then. So I thought I'm dying because in Hindi movie they say you see a God before. Just you see, you always witness God before you're dying. So I thought time has come. I continued to pray. Then I saw another being behind me in this beautiful luminescent light. And then I saw another being in front of me flying. Okay. I was really scared, but after a few minutes, I had a sense of calm. I said, no, there's something more. I'm not getting it. Anyhow, I reached home. I told these beings to not follow me and shut the door. Obviously, they entered without the door opening, so they were around. Okay. But I was thinking it's an imagination of my mind because I'm so scared. And logically, we say that when we are in the most fearful moments, our brains refuse to function.
Yeah.
So I thought I'm hallucinating. Totally pragmatic mind. I am hallucinating. None of it is true.
I would have
What was interesting?
been scared.
Sorry?
I would have run.
Yeah, of course. So I went through that journey of fear, faith, scared, calm, scared. Oh, don't ask me. It was crazy. But somehow I think that there was this one moment because I felt calm. I think that took me to the entire journey home. Otherwise, I think I would have fainted and I would have had to drop the car then and there. So, anyways, just moving little forward in this journey. Early morning, I called a mechanic and I told him, Bhaiya, just come and fix the car and tell me whatever is the thing, I'll get it done. And I don't know, there's a symbol and things are leaking. After 20 minutes, he comes up and he says, ma'am, what are you talking about? I said, no, come, I'll show you. We're mad. You guys don't understand. We talk sometimes. We don't mean it, but I'm already anxious.
Yeah.
But Leena, when I really went down and saw the car, is when my flipping moment happened. There was no more dents were there. There was no leakage and there was no more symbol.
Oh my God. It's so.
And that
I mean, no wonder. I mean, where this healing and all the miracles you create, you have seen such a big miracle in your life. I mean, I can't. Maybe I'm not able to yeah, belief is one thing. I know they exist. I know there is a high dimensional energy. There is someone there, mighty power beyond us. I believe,
Totally.
but experiencing it in my life, somebody I could imagine sitting next to me. Oh my God, I get goosebumps.
And it is scary. The thought of it is, because we all say, God, where are you? Show up.
Yeah,
Are you around? And when they really show up, we are very scared. Like, dude, it's okay. You be there and let me be here.
yeah,
You know? But for me, and that's what I was saying. I said, Baba, I may be calling your name, but I don't want to see you. Please don't show up. It's scaring me. But I guess because this had to change my entire journey, I had to witness this experience.
so
Otherwise, I would have gone back to another journey of corporates. This was my 180-degree flipping point, and I said, this is it. I know they exist. But the other two people I experienced, or the beings, I didn't still know who they were. And as universe was kind, and like I was saying, oracle happens throughout the day through different mediums, right? I stumbled upon a newspaper. I don't know how even newspaper in Bombay in those days were carrying those articles. I think they had this one page for only spiritual information from Speaking Tree. And this is the place where I came across an article which spoke about angels. And that was my next level validation in 15 days that what I had experienced was celestial beings or messengers of God who had come to help me because I had called them to help me.
so I mean, do you say that there could be only one angel coming to help? So the two which were behind, there can't be more than one which is coming?
Oh, no, no, that's not true. There are millions of angels on planet Earth waiting to help all of us. It doesn't matter what religion, what caste, what creed, what gender you are. All of us, by default, by the time we are born, are assigned minimum two guardian angels. I'm saying minimum.
Okay. Okay.
So we need a set of parents to have a child.
Yeah.
This is your spiritual friends, buddies. You have two guardian angels at all time working with you. Plus, there are additional angels who come at different transition moments in your life. And there is an entire hierarchy of angels, for a lack of better word, because we human beings like hierarchies and we understand that way. Though in the divine realm, there is no hierarchy. You see?
Yeah.
And then there are archangels. So there are specific archangels who are actually team leaders. I'm using it very simplistically, and managers or overseers of so many angels.
Hmm. Yeah.
So you don't have only one angel, you have minimum two, and I don't know how many more. You have a team working with you if you start working with them. They're waiting. The only thing with angels is that even though they are with us, and they're with each one of us, whether you're a believer or not, they're with each one of us. Okay? There's only one law that they don't surpass. That is called as the law of free will. So until a human doesn't call for help,
Hmm.
angels will not come through because they've been categorically told that you cannot meddle with human beings' free will. Let them ask, and therefore the quote in the Bible, ask and you shall receive.
Yeah.
You ask,
So I mean,
and they will come for help.
yes. So, I mean, you just told the quote in the Bible. So, I have been born and brought up in a very, very religious Christian Catholic family. And since my childhood, I've been hearing this guardian angel, protect us. We have long, long prayers where we use the word guardian angels, but I never understood the deep meaning of angels. So, angels was for me a very in fantasy world. I mean, the
Hmm.
a fantasy wherein the angels will come when we make a crib during Christmas. We hang two angels. It's like two holy
Hmm.
baby Jesus, and that's what an imaginary is there in my mind since my childhood. What I've been hearing about angels. So, is it something as soon as when I saw you and I heard about angels, you are talking something which connected with my belief since my childhood was? Is it something Shilpa is talking about? The Bible speaking guardian angel. I mean, that's what if I have been learning since my childhood. How do you connect with that? I mean, that
So
yeah.
if I had to connect back to your conversation, you yourself mentioned that I had an innate knowing that this is what she's talking about. So all of us have an inner intuition or a gut feeling or a knowing.
Mm.
Your spirit and your soul self will tell you this is the way to be. This is true. Sometimes in our body we get, a lot of times somebody's talking and we say, I'm getting goosebumps.
Yeah.
So goosebumps are the sign that your soul knows the truth of the moment, of the eternal truth of the moment. And all of us connect to angels very differently. And angels don't care how you connect to them. It just matters that you connect and that there is a heavenly help that is eternally there to take care of you. So, I was recently having a chat with someone and I was teaching, uh, I was in my workshop where I was teaching angelic divination. How do you connect with angels? And I was telling them that, how when we are at a high position, we have an executive assistant who does all the work for us. That is how I look at angels. They are our eternal angelic assistants. So they've been sent from the universe or God or source. So I call them my eternal assistants now. So they are my EAs, so to say, but my buddies. I work with them, they work with me.
So true. Yeah, it's real true. I mean, angels can come in even the human form to help us in some or the other way.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. They do. Bang on, you've said it. So in that moment, they will they see, because like I said, when I saw those holographic images and the illumination, it was little scary. Can I be honest? It was. Okay. I mean, so then when I'm asking for help, somehow some random stranger will suddenly come and help. That is when the angel is guided or has in that moment picked up that energy to help you and move forward. So yes, there are human angels. Yes, angels do connect with humans, and especially the humans who are highly receptive, they will connect with them and say, go help this person, call this person, do this for this person. Even if it's a stranger, you will have this innate feeling कि मुझे भी जाके I have to go and help. That is when your angels are completely guiding you and taking over the human's free will in that moment because other person's asked for it.
Wow, so nice. You know, from last maybe 10 days, I've been connected with you, and so much I'm thinking about angels, so much I'm listening to your videos. So every small thing which is happening at my home, even my kittens, if they are not eating food, I'll be like, angels, please help me. They're not eating food today. Is everything fine with them? So I just want to understand from you, do we need to call angels for something big things, or we can just call angels? Because I call angels every second, because now that when I have understood this concept, so is it fine to
So yeah, so tell me something. Do you call your friends only for big things in life?
no, for
What do you do with your friends?
yeah, I mean, it's all specific friends. So few friends are coming on certain moments, and sometimes whenever I feel, I'll just call them. I don't have to think.
Exactly. Angels are so beautiful, so non-judgmental and kind and loving that no work is too small or too big for them. They're assigned to help you and guide you.
Oh
So nothing is too petty. I've had people who said, Uncle, we wanted a rickshaw and we've called our angel to help us with a rickshaw because we have to go somewhere very critically.
yeah.
See, with angels also, it's not about proving. If you're going to say, angel, if you exist, prove it to me. I'm in an ego space. I'm too cool. Come. No,
Hmm.
because your intention is wrong.
Hmm.
Okay, so it is all about your intention. What intention are you coming from?
Hmm.
Is this intention to serve? Is this intention to grow? Is this intention of love?
Hmm. Yeah.
Is it the intention of kindness? So when your intentions, like see, when you want to feed your kittens, it's an intention to make sure that they are nourished.
Yeah.
The intention is very pure. You see,
Hmm.
so they work with your intent, not with your choices of words.
Got it. Yeah. So
And nothing is too small or big for. So what you're doing is bang on. Angels, angels, angels. And angels will be say, Tathastu, we are there with you, so be it. We are here now with you.
so nice. I'm just asking you, so everything which is there in my mind, as somewhere that confusion is there. So,
You're more than welcome.
so next thing which I want to know about is how to connect with the angels deeper, so that we really get that feeling, or we can experience them as you are experiencing them. You can feel that they are sitting next behind you in certain situations. How to connect more deeper? What are the ways to connect deeper? So meditation
One,
is the thing.
meditation is one, yes, but your intention is enough. Purity of intention, intention to serve, okay, is more than enough. Sometimes just saying angels connect with me, they connect with you. But like I said, we somehow doubt ourselves. So meditation is important. So getting into a sacred space where you're not disturbed and you allow them to connect with you is important. Sometimes just by journaling, they will show up in your life. So there are so many ways they connect with us. All we have to do is say, press this speed dial button saying 444 angel, connect with me.
So
You see, so there is a simpler way to connect is just by calling them.
okay, so पता कैसे चलेगा कि हाँ, now the angels are with me, or oh see.
You're making sure my entire book is out in today's talk, no? Yeah. Uh, True. Pata kaise chalega? They talk to us in various forms. I'll give you the most common forms. Okay. Uh, if you notice right now, there is a sudden sense of silence between both of us
Yeah.
and a sense of peace.
Oh yes. Oh
So when you suddenly feel a sense of peace and calm, angels are around you. When you see repetitive numbers, 444, 555, 111, 222, the angels are communicating back with you. When you see, you're thinking, angel, are you around? And a butterfly passes by, the angel is giving you a sign.
wow.
In a room closed or a random environment, from nowhere a feather flies by. So it is said, when feathers are near, when the feathers are here, the angels are near.
Hmm. So true.
So feathers, sensations in the body. There are songs. You're just asking an angel a question and you switch on your radio and that song is coming back. They are responding back to you. So there are, they see, the thing is that we have five senses and the sixth is our intuition.
Yeah.
So our intuition responds to us through these five senses. So we'll either see it in numbers or colors. We'll either hear an internal sound or random radio or a passerby talking. We'll get a fragrance. We feel calm or fuzzy. You see? Is it making sense?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. This is how they'll connect to you from the intuition by using one of your gateways of your senses.
Wow.
And they're just around. Suddenly the environment changes. In fact, we've experienced electricity fluctuating, the temperature of the room changing. So the angels are around.
Wow.
Or you look at the billboard and there is a word angel or a sign of an angel. The angel is saying, Babu, I'm here only. Look at me. I'm just here, right here next to you. Pay attention. I'm here.
Wow. So is it something you are saying that even a layman who doesn't understand that angels are around to help, if we can teach everyone, or everyone are educated about this, do you mean to say that everyone's life would be become so joyful, so peaceful? And why is it something like, why humans are not able to understand this? Then we all can live such a peaceful life. I mean,
We can live, but is this the choice we are making?
hmm,
One. Two. Like I said in the beginning, that angels don't intervene with human beings' free will, right?
hmm.
Angels are giving you guidance. Are you listening and acting? The last part, remember, align, act, act. Are you acting upon it? If you're not acting upon it, how is it going to work? I mean, how will you know? I mean, people say, because this is a question even I ask people, that do you think that people who hurt someone else, they have angels or not? Of course they have angels. The angels are telling them, don't do it. However, they are choosing not to listen to it or implement it. So it's also equally important that is my intention, am I making a choice to look for peace?
Being aware, being recognized that.
Yes, the first step is to become very aware of my thoughts, of my feelings, of my emotions. And angels guide you with that. But I choose not to listen. And I think Tell me something in your life. Something as simple as you're driving and you were told take a left, but you took a right. Has that happened with you?
Yeah.
And when you take a right, you realize it's a traffic jam.
Yeah. True.
And you're like, oh my God, I should have taken a left. What is that? It's your angel through your intuition telling you take left instead of right.
Yeah.
But we didn't listen. You see?
Mm.
So in something as small as this, if we don't listen, we're talking about major issues. It's about a choice a human being needs to make. Do I want to really listen? Am I truly seeking peace or am I just talking about peace? They're two different things.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all about, yeah, as you said, like, are you really seeking the angels in your life? Are you really seeking the peace in your life to
Absolutely.
experience it?
And but to answer that question, if everybody really walked this path of love and light, really this can be a new earth, which we all of us are talking about for quite some time. You know, that there is a new earth waiting to be born, there's a vibration that's coming in. And if even certain percentage of people choose to walk that path, we are talking about a better world, a world filled with love and light and hope and kindness and miracles
Wow.
all the time.
So nice. Well, I have been hearing from you morning when you come for your oracle reading. You say, I've just come out of my Tathastu session. So, oh, what is this workshop all about? And what do you teach in this workshop?
So it's a very beautiful workshop which was dedicated by for the last 9 days for Navratri,
Mhm.
absolutely curated and ideated by Radhika, Prachi, and me. We are three people who came together because the intention was that 9 days, nine is a number of completion, and it's Navratri. So let's do something for 9 days where we can start with a theme, end with another theme, and bring transformation at different levels. So we were working on four-part process where we worked with celestial energies, then we worked with physical energies of inquiring and introspecting, and then we worked with applicable energies and meditative state. So it was a very powerful 9 day workshop. And so, yeah, the Tathastu was amazing. It is received very well. We are almost done. Tomorrow is a culmination. Tomorrow is the 10th day, and we'll be completing the workshop. But anybody who is looking at changing their lives, changing certain mindsets, uh, working is also working, it enhances their spiritual journey, this is the workshop to do. Or even practical journey of I want to forgive but I can't, I don't believe in myself but I want to, something as simple but profound.
Yeah.
This workshop is for people. Tathastu itself means so be it.
So big.
So whatever you wish will happen. So always, as we say, so be it. Amen. Amen is Tathastu.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
one of my mentor, like, whatever you God knows to tell you Tathastu. So it's like
Yeah.
not possible in life. God says Tathastu. I mean, answer
Tathastu.
is Tathastu. So it depends what are you talking, and that's what happens.
Yeah.
So it's so wonderful.
True. True.
Okay, so there is something, there are questions which I have written so that I don't forget to ask you. So I was going through your website and I read about this EFT sessions. EFT is one of the services that you offer. Now, what is this EFT sessions all about?
Beautiful. So EFT is an acronym for a full form, Emotional Freedom Techniques. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So EFT, emotional freedom, it's basically a very, very simple, portable, and a powerful tool, which is derived from the Chinese acupuncture technique. But if you go back to acupuncture, you need needles, right?
Hmm.
And if you're well versed with acupuncture, they'll work on certain energy parts of your body. They'll poke needles and they will try and move the energy so you start getting healed,
Hmm.
right? So EFT, you only need is two fingers, and you tap on the main meridian points. So the belief system comes from the same thing that our body has energy, prana. Of course, we all know that. That is the breath that we take that really moves through our body. So when the energy is blocked in certain places, that's when the illnesses starts coming through.
Yeah.
So by tapping on the meridian points, the main meridian points, you start to work with energy to flow well, But the deeper aspect is it is also working with your thoughts over there and what is lying in your subconscious.
True.
And then you start getting better with changing your thoughts with affirmative thinking and by tapping. So this is another tool along with angels. It's always been my dream that instead of having a crow scene, every house, at least one person should know EFT. Whether you're tired or sleepy, unwell or happy, manifestation or destruction, anything you can tap.
Oh, okay. So,
All you have to do is tap, tap, and tap.
okay. So is it something close to the Reiki healing, what we say? That
Um, no, the concept of Reiki is energy, prana.
uh,
Okay. So EFT also works with energy,
hmm,
but it's like emotions in the body. So Gary Craig, the founder who discovered or who brought EFT to this world, it's a fairly new technique. It's not even 20 years old now. Okay, the technique,
okay.
but it's as powerful as as the acupuncture technique,
Okay.
which is so old and so ancient.
Yeah.
So he came up with this idea that the reason one feels uneasy with their emotions or their physical body is because there is a disruption in the flow of the energy in the body. So by tapping, we are realigning the flow.
Okay. Okay.
आपके घर में pipe है, you have a pipe, you're putting water. But if you twist the pipe, the water won't go through,
Block हो गया.
right? Block हो गया. So this is what we do by tapping. We unblock it or untwist it, and then you allow the energy to flow.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. So nice.
Yeah. It works deeply with emotional blocks, mental blocks, physical blocks. Really beautiful.
Amazing. So, Shilpa,
Hmm.
who is your biggest inspiration? I mean, is there any mentor in your life or a role model or some experiences which has created an inspiration for you?
So if I had to say, life itself is my biggest teacher and inspiration. My journey has every person I see, everything I observe, I get inspired from it. What do I need to learn? And when I use the word inspired, we also learn by watching certain people. What is it that we don't need to imbibe in our life? But both are my teachers. So life itself inspires me. Human beings inspire me. Animals and natures to completely inspire me. So I derive my inspiration from anything and everything around me.
Wow, that's
Where that comes from is my need to bring in love, light, and happiness.
amazing. I mean, that's so good.
So even if you look at the word inspiration, it's if you just break up the word, it says in spirit.
Yes.
So anything which has spirit in it, which is anything and everything again, okay, is my source of inspiration. Bringing in transformation, connecting with the spirit self, and being one with that which created us. That is my inspiration in life.
Amazing.
Last but not the least, every person I work with, they inspire me to move forward even more. Because when I see a certain shift in their life, when I see that they were at a certain blockages, but that didn't work, and after consistent coaching and counseling and healing, whatever the modalities used, when that change comes, I am inspired to move even more. I'm like, okay, now I need to do even this. I need to take charge of this and I need to help this one a little more. So all of you right now are my inspiration in this moment.
Wow, that's so amazing. So, guys who are watching us, if you have any questions which you want to ask Shilpa, please drop it down in your comments. I will be just reading out those questions to Shilpa and she'll be happy to answer all your questions. So, anyone having any questions related to connecting with angels or how to take angels assistance in supporting us, assisting us in our journey, write it down in the questions in the comment box and we'll take it up. Okay, Shilpa,
So until they ask the questions, I'm going to ask you how. I know you mentioned that you just got to know about me, but I'm very curious. How did you and I connect?
oh,
What got you to connect with me? That's my curious question for you.
thank you, Shilpa, for asking that. I mean, that's again an amazing story, as you say, connecting with angels and angels guiding you. So whenever I am anything which is stuck in my mind, and when I started my business. Live it up, and I was like, what is the name which I need to give to my company? And I did a meditation that, God, please tell me what is the name I need to give. and suddenly I connected with this name of Live It Up, and I felt like it is my journey. So Leena is living the life up. So that my business is a projection of me. So that name came up. Now when I started Live Life with Leena program, and I was like, God, whom to connect? I really want to learn, and I want to learn something which I don't know. So it's I'm very curious about things. I'm an observer, and I'm always very curious since my childhood, that I want to know this, I want to know that, why people behave this way, why people live in such abundance and few people not. So all that questions are always in my mind. So when I started Live Life with Leena, my only initiative was that I could come up with new and new wisdom and the knowledge which people are like, wow, this also happens, this also is. And because I'm a person like that, so I just want to share that wisdom and connect with people who are truly doing something inspirational in this world. So that's where I did my meditation, and I started just going to Instagram and scrolling, listening to videos, and suddenly I saw you in one of the interviews, and I followed your interview to understand what exactly you do. And as soon as I saw you, there was an attraction, there was an energy which I could feel in my body, which I could feel that presence. Though you were not, I didn't connected with you and I don't know you, but just going through your interview itself, I felt that presence. I really felt some kind of energy. And I'm like, let me try, God, if I can connect with this person. And I simply sent you a message asking God, God, let's see whether I can connect with her. And you responded back. I was so happy. So it's like, and I connected with you in my first episode. The first episode got over and I connected with you. So it was nice. So that way it came in, and maybe whenever I have certain questions in my mind, I just sit calmly, connect with myself, do meditation, and I surrender. I just surrender my questions to God, and I like, you take care. I don't want to take tension of this. So it's like, that's the way I feel angels connected you to me. And it's always, I mean, I've always seen there are miracles like you coming into my life, and there are small, very big miracles happening now. So it's like, it's,
This is beautiful. This is so beautiful. And you remember I wrote to you when you were making the poster, and I said, this is why you're writing episode number 3. Do you remember that conversation?
yes, yes.
So it's damn interesting. And in the angelic realm, number 3 means your ascended masters, maybe Jesus, maybe Kuan Yin, maybe Mother Mary, whoever you believe in. For me, it is Shri Sai Baba, okay, one of my initiators in my journey with angels. So when you see number 3, it simply means that your masters are watching after you, and they are giving you ideas who to connect with and how to implement your ideas.
Oh my, this I wasn't aware. This is something so
Yeah.
new to me.
So I started smiling because I had last month, I think a month or two ago also, somebody had interviewed me on angels. And what is interesting, Leena, is that her episode also was number 3 episode.
Huh?
And with you also, it's a number 3 episode.
Oh,
So I think it's the masters that is connecting all of us to take the path of angels and to spread the message of love and light.
wow, that's so.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really feeling blessed with that.
So am I. So am I. So am I.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that, Shilpa. That's so close. So now I really want to understand, Shilpa. Now I know that you're going through your workshop early morning, but on a normal day, how does your day looks like? What you do from the time you wake up, you get up? I want to know each and every activity till the time you go to bed. Apart from your workshops, I understand, but on a normal routine, what you do?
So here, oh wow, Jyoti is seeing number 3 right now. Amazing, Jyoti.
Oh, wonderful.
So have you considered taking up a job as a tele or an interviewer by any chance? Because you're doing a fabulous job.
Thank you so much. It is.
I love your questions.
I am just connected with you from my heart, and the questions you're asking is truly for me. So it's like.
Wow. So I wake up almost at the break of the dawn. That's my consistent practice. I would say 95% of the time I'm there. 5% I'm human. I do wake up a little late, but usually I have a habit of waking up at the break of the dawn. I'll meditate, but just when I wake up, there is this broad smile on my face, and I want that silence. And I literally go ahead, and the first question I ask the universe is, how can I be of service today?
Can you just
And
repeat that?
how can I be of service today?
Okay.
And how can I bring more smiles today?
Wow.
So these are the first two questions I put out in the universe in the morning. Then I also ask, what can I do differently today? Fourth question is, if today is the last day of my life, how would I like to live?
Wow. So,
These are some of the things I powerfully ask myself in the morning. Then I connect with my angels. I tell them my entire schedule for the day. I said, now you're my PA or my EA, and you take care of the schedule and tell me what needs to be done and what needs to be dropped. I'm surrendering to you. Uh, then, of course, now I have about a lot of cats, so I connect with my cats. I play with my cats. I feed some street cats. Before that, I sit down and meditate for a good 90 minutes sometimes, 1 hour to 90 minutes. And that is exactly when I also start sending a lot of love to the universe. There are three prayers I recently learned. It's more like an affirmation from Swami Vivekananda's book, where he says every morning when you wake up, just say, pray all beings experience great health, pray all beings experience joy, and pray all beings experience divinity. So this is my prayer as an affirmation every morning after these questions. So I literally send that prayer in the universe. That, and for me, the last is, pray I be the channel to bring in love, light, and happiness to whoever comes my way today.
wow.
So this is how my day starts. How it ends is by gratitude. I have like, during the day also, I'm like overwhelmed with a lot of gratitude. Anything small also comes through. There's nothing small or big, but a kind gesture can fill me up, really fill me up. Whether I'm giving or receiving, that gratitude and grace usually walks with me, And I learned that some years ago, that if there is only one prayer in life, thank you, you are the most abundant being on earth. That stayed with me, and I started practicing it. So now, before I end my day, I will write my long list of what am I grateful for, how did it make me feel, and during the day, I do a lot of crazy things. I teach some street children. I have my coaching and counseling clients. I teach the spiritual journey that I'm with. I'm balancing home. And I write because, I'm an author too. So I write my thoughts. I'm already working on a couple of more books. And I journal my dreams. So I do a lot. I think 24 hours. I wish God would have given me 48 hours
Yeah.
a day.
So sweet. Thank you so much. We're so grateful that you are sharing so much of wisdom to us. We all who are watching, it's truly transformational, and wish we could all imbibe these prayers in our daily life. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to literally try to do that. Let's see how it goes. But
Yeah.
yes, but
I would say just move on my journey of just for today's, just one day at a time. Don't think long term.
yes, yes.
Because it's every moment that makes an hour, and every hour that makes a day, and every day that makes a week, and every week that makes a month.
It's
And then years and years. Because when I started 15 years ago, I didn't know I'm going to be reaching this far in my life. But what worked for me was no pressure of tomorrow. आज के लिए तो करके देखूं. Just for today.
exactly. I mean, not taking that pressure ki daily karna hai, but start.
No, no, no. Somewhere. Wherever you're in alignment, start there.
Wow, so good, so awesome. So Shilpa, I know I've been literally drilling you out. So, but we just end this session last 5 minutes. I truly want to know that you have been seeing around now so much of uncertainties and so much of stress level where people are. It has literally increased. So, what is your advice to people who all are watching you now, to how to handle these uncertainties, how to go through that stress level and still live a life of peace, hope, love? What do you suggest? What would be your final advice to everyone?
So, the life and its curves are normal. There is not one person who's not experiencing a challenge. Even if you're on the highway, there are speed breakers and there are pit stops. Okay. So it's not that what is life giving to us. It is what are we doing to life? How am I responding to life? Life is just going to be the way it is. If you go back and even look at a monitor when the heart is being monitored and there is this EEG and the ECGs, there is always a spike up and down.
Yes.
And we are very grateful when we see the spike up and down. Because when we see the straight line, what does it mean?
Dead.
You're dead. So this is what life is, so beautiful, so magical. It has its challenges, okay? But it's how I respond to it. That is totally in my hands. How do I work with stress? It's up to me. Am I meditating? Am I doing something that I love? Uh, am I just learning not to get hyper about it and accept the way life is coming through? And do I believe that I can take care of it? And if I have personal spiritual practices, be it my angels, be it my guides, masters, you can be of any religion or no religion, it doesn't matter. Can I do something for humanity today? Just one act of kindness will actually, it's been proved that when you do a random act of kindness, just one every day, and the fact that you're giving something, you receive 10 times joy and a sense of calm. It actually releases a happy hormone when you give something to someone without any expectation. So that is what I will say. The stress comes because we have very high expectations from people. My suggestion is move from expectation to acceptance. The moment you move to acceptance, things will start shifting in our life.
Wow.
And do one random act of kindness. It could just be smile at somebody, compliment someone, doesn't matter. Just one act of kindness,
Just
and
open the
you will see how your life changes. Sorry?
just open the door for somebody or just carry them.
Absolutely. आपके घर पे when there is a courier guy coming, भैया पानी पियेंगे.
Yeah.
It's so hot outside. That works. When you're, it's not, and that's what I tell people, that spirituality is not larger than life. It is not going in the mountains or the caves. That's amazing. That's beautiful. But it is something that you do in every breath you take. You see, you have to be in alignment with your. People say, spirituality is different. This 1 hour meditation and whole day I'm practical. No, no, no. It is your foundation of how you are as a human.
True. So nice.
And it is magic in the mundane. It has to be applied in every little thing you do. Anybody who's around you, can you be just little kind? I'm not saying be very kind. If that is not working for you, but offer the glass of water. Just say thank you. That when every day we have a garbage man or a woman coming, just say thank you. Because of you, I'm healthy. There is hygiene around me.
Oh, that's something, such a great advice you have given all of us. It's a random act of kindness. It looks so simple, but it's so profound.
It is.
It's
And life is simple. We human beings complicated.
exactly so true. And I also love that, like, move in from your expectations to acceptance. And
Yeah,
we accept things how it is happening. I mean, there couldn't be any stress level. We will be able to.
true.
Wow, this is amazing. Thank you so much, Shilpa. We are so grateful to you for sharing. One last question, and I have been telling this one last question from last 5 minutes.
I'm all right. Relax. I'm comfortable. Everything happens for the highest good of all. Don't worry. Relax. I'm okay. I'm comfortable.
So much. So I just want to know, like, is there any favorite book of yours which you have read and something which has inspired you from the book or the author?
I have a poem
Oh,
that took me through all my journeys back in those days. I don't know if you've heard of it, Invictus
yes, yeah.
by William Ernest Henley. The love